So we're going to start lying on the back. I'm going to give two offers. If you have a really sensitive SI, we might start in constructive rest with your knees bent, feet flat on the earth. If it feels okay in your low back this morning, we'll come into Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide, and snuggling those blocks underneath the thighs, low, medium, high. I like to turn them at diagonals to really support the legs. But really take time to make a choice that serves you. You can always change your mind. And once we arrive wherever you are, rest one hand on your low belly and one hand at your heart. So do support under the thighs as we begin our practice, beginning the process of letting go of any emotion or stuckness in the adductors and seams of the legs. So take this time to arrive, to soften back into the support behind you, always. And bring your awareness to your natural breath without trying to change it or manipulate it in any way. And as we bake here, a minute or so together, I'm going to read a passage from the Book of Awakening entitled A Profound Bow. It starts with a quote by Lao Tzu who says, "All streams flow to the sea because it is lower than they are. Humility gives it its power." The author goes on to write, "There is a yoga mudra, a kneeling posture of exercise, whereby bringing your head to your chest while extending your arms up and out behind you, you can practice placing your head beneath your heart. And from this humbling position, you can't help but tire. And so you must put your arms down with your head beneath your heart. You must stop doing." Soon after learning this, I came upon a woman who had been a nun, and she told me that she would practice for days upon days similar postures of Gregorian chant, incline, bow, and profound bow, each bringing the head lower and lower to the earth. This holds a powerful lesson. Time and time again, the head must be brought beneath the heart or the ego swells. If you do not bend, life will bend you. In this way, humility is accepting that your head belongs beneath your heart, with your thinking subordinate to your feelings, with your will subordinate to the higher order. This acceptance is key to receiving grace. Lay your head down and the world of being will open its joys. Slide your bottom hand up to stack at your top hand, please. Both hands resting sweetly at your heart. And from your heart, offer out your heartfelt intention, dedication, or prayer for your practice, your day, or out into the world. And let's sing together the sound of Om one time. First, a breath. Take a nice inhale. And sigh it out. Good. Inhale. Unwinding your hands. If your knees are wide, bring your hands to your outermost knees, lifting your knees up, feet flat on the earth, and hug your knees all the way into the chest. You might rock a little bit from side to side, releasing low back. Start a little gently here, so bringing your hands to rest on your kneecaps, Fingers face the toes. As you inhale, knees move forward, arms lengthen. Exhale, bend your elbows, draw your knees in or wide. Inhale, knees move forward, arms lengthen. Exhale, bend your elbows, hug your knees in or wide. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. We'll keep the right knee hugging in, slide your left leg long down the mat for 5 breath cycles. And you're welcome to catch your right shin or the back of your right thigh, but bring your awareness to that left leg. For now, let's anchor the back of that thigh bone back, so you might even exaggerate your lumbar curve a little bit here. And then softly draw the navel towards your spine, keep that thigh bone anchored, heel anchored, and flex all 5 toes towards the ceiling, and breathe. One more full, complete breath. Take an inhale together, and then exhale, switch sides. Left knee in, right leg to the top of the mat for 5 breath cycles. So once again, you might catch the shin or the lower leg. For fun, exaggerate that lumbar curve. Anchor that right thigh bone back. Keep that as the navel softly draws towards your spine. Keeping thigh bone back, heel back. All 5 toes flexing up towards the ceiling. Good. Maybe that right inner thigh spirals back towards the center of your sticky mat. Good. One more full breath here. And take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, hug both knees all the way in. You might rock a little bit from side to side. Now, as you hug the knees in, if you have a sensitive neck this morning, you might stay here. Otherwise, holding your shins or flexing your feet, catching hold of the outer edges of your feet. Take a nice inhale here. As you exhale, navel towards your spine, curl your nose towards your knees if that feels okay in your body. Good. And if that's you, relax your head all the way back. Very nice. From here, we're going to begin to floint the feet. So pressing the padding of the toes a little more forward, like you're stepping them into a pedal. The arches of the feet hug back towards the knees. Spread all 10 toes wide. Keep the right knee hugging in. Reach your left leg up to the sky. Feel free to soften that knee. We haven't done too much at all for the hamstrings here. So as you hug that right knee in, take a nice inhale. As you exhale, left leg lowers and hovers 3 to 12 inches off the earth, pausing there. Any pulling in your low back, lift the leg higher or bend the knee deeper. Keep hugging the arch of the foot down towards that left hip. And then slow and controlled, inhale, reach that left leg back up to the sky. And do that 4 more times. Exhale, lower and hover, slow and controlled. And then inhale, reach that left leg up towards the ceiling. Take 3 more, please, at your rhythm, without swinging. Nice and slow. Keep those left toes nice and flointed. And the next time that left leg hovers, pause and breathe. Arch of the foot hugging down towards the hip. Good. You might stay here or take a nice inhale. As you exhale, navel towards your spine, curl your nose towards your knee. Maybe the arms reach forward for 5, 4, draw the navel back, 3, 2, 1, catch the shin, lower everything back towards your mat. You might even flex that foot for a little release here. Take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, both knees in, you can rock a little bit from side to side. And this time we'll keep the left knee in, stretch your right leg up to the sky a little bit or a lot of it. Knee can be soft or bent. Flointing your feet, so pressing the right padding of the toes up towards the ceiling. Draw all 5 toes down and really hug the arch of that right foot down towards the hip. We'll take a nice inhale here, holding on to that left shin or lower leg. As you exhale, hover that right leg 3 to 12 inches off the floor. Good. Slow and controlled. Inhale, float that right leg up. Pausing at the top. We'll take 4 more. So exhale, slowly lower and hover that right leg. And inhale, reach it back up to the sky. Good. Again, exhale, lower, hover, navel softly draws towards your spine. Inhale, reach it up. And the next time we'll stay. So exhale, lower, hover. No pulling in your low back. Option to stay right here or take a nice inhale. As you exhale, navel towards your spine, curl your nose towards your knee. Maybe the arms reach forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Catch the shin, everything touches the mat, all the way back. Maybe that right foot flexes. And let's hug both knees all the way in, rocking from side to side. Good. So we'll keep the knees hugging in. Stretch your arms out like the letter T, please. Palms will face the ceiling. If you prefer to set the feet down for a twist, be my guest. We'll bump the hips up and over to the left. Draw the knees in and exhale, knees up and over to the right. Easy twist. And that right hand might drape on the top of that left thigh. Option to slide your left arm back towards the wall behind you. Breathe. Good. One more full breath, nice inhale. Stay as you exhale, navel towards your spine. You might unwind your arms. And then inhale back to center. Bump your hips up and over to the left. Exhale, knees up and over, to the right. Exhale, knees to the left. I just confused you. So the hips move to the right, the knees move to the left. Other side. Good. Option to drape your left hand on the top of that right thigh. Maybe that right arm reaches back. Doesn't have to. Breathe. One more breath. Nice inhale. Stay for your exhale, navel to spine. We'll inhale to come all the way up. Reset your hips, reset your feet. And hug your knees in once again. Bring your hands to your kneecaps. Inhale, knees move forward, arms lengthen. Exhale, bend your elbows, hug your knees in. Let's do that again. Inhale, knees move forward, arms lengthen. Exhale, bend your elbows, hug your knees in. This time, inhale, knees move forward, keep the knees forward. As you exhale here, navel towards your spine. Floint your feet, bring your shins parallel to the floor like they're sitting on a chair seat. If you did not lift your head earlier, simply relax your arms down alongside the body. Otherwise, interlacing your fingers at the base of the skull, elbows nice and wide here. Elbows nice and wide, press the head softly into your hands, take an inhale here. As you exhale, navel towards your spine, curl it up, left elbow, right knee, opposite leg extends 45 degrees. Inhale, knees back to the starting position, head all the way back. Other side, exhale, curl it up, right elbow, left knee, opposite leg extends. Inhale, knees over your hips, all the way back. And we'll continue with these yogi bicycles. If you want to pick up the pace and it feels good in your body, be my guest. I love these slow yogi bicycles. All I ask is that you do not crank your head and neck around. So keep your elbows nice and wide, please. If you want to reach one arm across the leg, you're certainly welcome to do that. But the twist comes from the base of the ribs, does not come from the neck. Let's take 3 more each side. When you're done, you hug your knees in, so I know you're done. Feel free to do 4 or 5 more. Or rest. Good. So once you are done, give the knees a nice hug. catch the backs of your thighs from the outside. Take a nice inhale here. As you exhale, navel to spine, curl your nose towards your knee, press your feet forward, rock all the way up. Might take 2, 3 rocks up and down the spine. Good. We'll cross the ankles, rock forward, downward facing doggy, please. Downward facing dog. Might be your first dog of the day, so easing into it. If you have a sensitive low back, you might widen your feet. And pedal it out a little bit here, bending one knee at a time. And as you begin to settle into your dog, tops of your thigh bones reaching up and back, maybe the knees are bending forward. Grow your spine longer, so draw your front ribs towards your back ribs, widen your shoulder blades, hug your forearms towards one another, and anchor down in your finger pads. I like to press down and forward. Inhale high into your toes, please. As you exhale, reach your heels back and down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale high into your toes. Exhale, heels back and down. This time, inhale high into your toes, way forward, high plank. As you exhale here, lower your knees down, flatten the tops of your feet. Roll your upper arm bones open, take an inhale, grow longer. In one piece, exhale, lower forward and all the way down. Elbows tap back, 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 back. And we'll rest on our left cheek. Rest on your left cheek. Or if you need to pad your head or slide a blanket under your forehead, if left cheek doesn't feel good, you're welcome to do that. And we'll see what it feels like to bring your hands to stack on your low back. Bring your hands all the way to stack on your low back, palms face the ceiling. Legs can be hip bone distance apart or all the way together if that feels better for you. We'll start together with a breath here. Take a nice inhale. Stay for your exhale. Draw your navel towards your spine, root your pubic bone down. Inhale, right arm, left leg lifts. Right arm, left leg lifts. Gaze forward. As you exhale, back to the starting position, right cheek. Go to the other side. Inhale, left arm forward, right leg lifts. Exhale, lower down, left cheek. Good. And we'll continue to play like that. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Good. Exhale, right cheek. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, left cheek. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Grow longer. Exhale, right cheek. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, grow longer. Left cheek. Listen carefully. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Stay lifted, please. As you exhale, bend your right elbow alongside your ribs. As you inhale, stretch longer from fingertip to root. As you exhale, lower, right cheek. Other side. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Stay lifted. Exhale, bend your left elbow alongside your ribs. Inhale, stretch and lengthen. Exhale, left cheek. Let's do that one more time each side. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, bend your elbow. Inhale, stretch and lengthen. Exhale, right cheek. Last time, inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, bend your elbow. Inhale, stretch and lengthen. Exhale, left cheek. Just an option to lift everything up. Inhale, both arms, both legs, stay lifted. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, stretch, extend from toenails to fingertips. Exhale, lower all the way down. Rest. Good. You can relax your arms down alongside your body if you like. Give your tailbone a little bit of a wag. Good. And then planting your hands right under your shoulders, elbows to the sky. Bring your forehead down. Root your pubic bone down. Inhale to tabletop position, please. Curl your toes under, reach your hips back towards your heels into pranam, or a pose of gratitude. Roll your palms open towards the ceiling, please. And breathe. Good. Turn your palms down, gaze forward. Inhale forward to a tabletop position once again. Walk your hands one handprint forward And reach your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Soften your knees, gaze forward. Take a slow walk forward to the backs of your hands. I'll meet you in a ragdoll shape. You might widen your feet, catch hold of opposite elbows here, and really allow the upper body to drape towards gravity. Breathing, maybe there's some intuitive movement, bending and straightening of one knee at a time. Good. You might even bend your knees so much that your upper body really drapes on your thighs, inviting your head and neck to relax down. Good. Great. Let's unwind the arms all the way down, please. Soften your knees forward, walk your hands up to your shins or thighs. Inhale, halfway rise. Now bend your knees enough that your spine can really lengthen. Slide your shoulder blades down the back, lengthen the base of the skull. Walk your hands up to your hips, tap your elbows to the sky. Squeeze your feet towards one another. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, relax your arms all the way down. Very nice. Finding Tadasana at the top of the mat, feet either hip bone distance apart or all the way together. Relaxing your arms down. Take a moment here. You might close your eyes or find a soft gaze down the bridge of your nose. Bring your attention to your feet. Lift up all 10 toes. Anchor down in the mound of the big toe. Anchor down in the mound of the pinky toe. Anchor down in the center of your heels. Allow the arches of your feet to softly lift and spread the toes all the way down. Good. As you root your feet down, rise tall to the crown of your head. Take an inhale through your nose. Out the mouth, let it go. Good. One more breath like that. Inhale. And let it go. Blink your eyes to open. On an inhale, breathe your arms up, please. Palms might press. As you exhale, bow forward. All the way down you go. Half sun salutations. On an inhale, halfway rise. Spine long, back of the neck long. Exhale, fold and melt. Bending the knees, reach your arms out. Reverse swan dive all the way up. The knees are the last thing to straighten as we warm up the hamstrings. Exhale, hands meet your heart. Samastitihi. Do that once again. Inhale, breathe your arms up, please. As you exhale, bow forward all the way down. On an inhale, halfway rise, spine long. Exhale, bow in and melt. Maybe the knees stay bent, root down to rise. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Let's add on. Slow Surya A. Inhale, reach your arms up, please. As you exhale, bow forward, all the way down you go. I'm going to watch all the way down. Good. As you inhale, halfway rise. As you exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank pose, top of a push-up, bodies in one straight line. Knees can stay lifted or knees can lower down, yogi's choice. If knees are lifted, as you inhale, rock a little bit forward. As you exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga, and then all the way down to the earth one more time. Good. Press your toenails down, inhale, rise to your cobra. Good. As you exhale, lower forward and all the way down you go. Inhale, tabletop position. Curl your toes under, exhale, hips to heels, pranam. Ha-ha. Palms can stay down. And then inhale, downward facing doggy, please. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Good. Now I'm going to offer that opportunity to take a little bit of a rest. Inhale, stretch your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. As you exhale, step the foot all the way through. If it doesn't make it, give it help. You're human. Keep that back knee lifted, please. Plant your left hand to the edge of the mat. Inhale your right arm to the sky for one beautiful breath here. Good. Maybe two. As you exhale, lower your right hand all the way down and pause. On an inhale, slowly step forward. Left leg might hover, mini standing splits. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Root down to rise. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Samastitihi. One more time. Inhale, breathe your arms up. As you exhale, bow forward all the way down you go. Head below your heart here. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold and melt. Bend your knees, plant your hands. Opposite leg leads. Step back, plank pose. Inhale. Good. Knees up or knees down. As you exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Keep the collarbones broad, elbows tacking back. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Only tops of the feet and hands are touching if that's you. Collarbones are broad. Exhale, up and back, downward facing doggy, please, when you're ready. Or pressing through pranam. I want to give that option. Breathe. Good. Roll your upper arm bones open. Hug your forearms towards one another. Feel the earth under your fingertips. Good. Inhale that left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, slowly step the foot all the way through. If it does not make it, give it help. Plant your right hand to the edge of the mat. Breathe your left arm to the sky. Broaden your collarbones. Reach up more. Inhale. As you exhale, plant your left hand down. Pause. Through a mini standing splits. Inhale, step forward. Maybe right leg hovers. All the way down. Forward fold. Bend the knees, sit low, inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Feet might stay hip bone distance apart. Or option B, bring the big toes together, a sliver of light between your heels here. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, bend your elbows, you might sit a little deeper. Inhale, come a little bit out of the shape. As you exhale, bend your elbows, sit deeper, weight on the heels. Inhale, come a little bit out. And one more time, exhale, sit in. And inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, open the arms wide. Tadasana, mountain pose. Good. Bring your feet about hip bone distance apart. Good. From here, inhale, reach your arms up, parallel. As you exhale, sit back into your chair. You're welcome. Good. Make sure you can see your big toes. Take a nice inhale here. As you exhale, bend your elbows. You might stay here or interlace your fingers behind you. Loop your shoulders up, back and onto your back. Take an inhale, lift your heart, look up. Option to stay. Or exhale, bow forward. Knuckles might lift, legs might lift, or kneecaps might lift. Breathe. Maybe the palms come together. Maybe there's a little movement here. Breathe. Slowly lower hands down to your low back, down the sides of the legs, all the way to the earth. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands. Step back, plank pose. And reach your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. If you are jumping back, Ernie, we land with the elbows bent in chaturanga. Otherwise, this will be repetitive stress on your low back. I don't recommend it. Bring your big toes all the way together, please. Good. On an inhale, once again, reach that right leg up and back, three-legged dog. We're gonna stay here. Wrap all 5 toes down. Tap your outer left hip back. Take an inhale here. Keeping hips high, exhale, bend the knee all the way into the chest without coming forward quite yet. Good. Pausing here, lift your right buttocks up and back. There you go. And then inhale, reach the leg back, three-legged dog. I'll do that with you. Exhale, bend the knee in without coming forward, but sometimes that right hip likes to sink, so I want the low back nice and neutral here. Inhale, reach it back, three-legged dog. Option to stay with that, or exhale, bend the knee in, shift the shoulders over the wrist, plank knee to nose, press the floor away. Inhale, reach it back, and then through center, exhale, come forward, step it all the way through. Doesn't make it, give it help. Pivot your left heel flat, line up heel to heel alignment, and inhale up, Vira 1, Warrior 1. If you're wobbly, widen your right foot a little wider to the right. Good. So anchor that back foot down. As you exhale here, wrap that outer left hip forward. Maybe you lunge the front knee deeper. And just for fun, bend your elbows. Move your elbows forward and flex your palms to the sky like you're holding a tray. Good. As you root your feet down, slowly press that tray up to the ceiling. Maybe the gaze lifts. Palms can turn in. You're welcome to press your palms, your choice. Good. Breathe. Any low back itises here, hinge it forward. You might even re-bend your elbows. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, slow motion, unwind, and we'll send this right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Option to stay here, or as you inhale, come forward, plank pose. As you exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose and sigh it out. Let's take a child's pose. Okay. Give the upper body a little rest here. Maybe the wrists get a circle. Notice the tops of the shoulders, sides of the neck. Can you melt them more, almost like butter here as we rest? Good. You might choose to stay resting. When you're ready, downward facing doggy, please. Everything we do in dog can also be done in a tabletop. Bring your big toes all the way together, please. Keep the hips reaching up and back. Feel free to soften your knees. Keep dog in your upper body. And reach your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Keep the hips high. Exhale, bend the knee in without coming forward. Good. Keep lifting that left buttocks up and back. And then as you inhale, reach that left leg back, three-legged dog. We'll do that again. Exhale, bend the knee in without coming forward. Inhale, send it back. Option to stay with that. Or exhale, bend the knee in, shift the shoulders forward, plank knee to nose. And inhale, reach it back, three-legged dog. And this time, exhale, bend the knee in, shift the shoulders forward, step it forward. Pause. Pivot right heel flat, heel to heel alignment. And inhale, breathe yourself into Vira 1. Good. Feel free to widen your front foot, widening your base. As the back foot roots down, exhale, roll that outer right hip forward. Maybe that front knee bends a little bit forward. You might even tip it forward if you have low back sensitivity here. And once again, we'll bend your elbows and move your elbows forward. Flex your palms like you're holding up trays. Notice your shoulder blades here. Can you widen your shoulder blades? Good. And then inhale, press the tray up. You might look up. Palms can turn in, palms can even press here if that feels good. Breathe. Try not to drop your head all the way back. There you go. Take one more inhale here. Slow motion, exhale, unwind. Reach that left leg up and back, three-legged dog. You might stay here or set the foot down. Option to inhale, forward plank pose. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, rise to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale through your nose and sigh it out. Good. Just for fun, inhale, right leg up and back, three-legged dog. As if through plank knee to nose, exhale, step the foot all the way through. Come on up, Vira 1. Take your time, Anchor your front foot. Maybe you widen. Now we're gonna add on a bit, but feel free to stay and be here right now. I want you to really embody the pose. No point in passing right through it if you can't really have the experience of being it. Take a nice inhale when you're ready. As you exhale, bend your elbows. You might stay here or interlace your fingers behind you. Loop your shoulders up, back and onto your back. Take an inhale, lift your heart, look up. As you exhale, humble warrior, bowing your head below your heart. Maybe the knuckles lift. If this feels a bit too much, unwind your arms. You might even walk it a little more between the legs if that feels better. Otherwise, finding what we'll call our peak pose today, this humble warrior. Tacking that outer right hip back. And what would it feel like to curl your tailbone under? Maybe you bend the front knee deeper, bow in deeper. One more breath. And then unwind the arms. Inhale, Vira 1, come on up. But wait, there's more. As you exhale, hinge it forward, sweep your arms back. Roll your upper arm bones open, pivot to the ball of your back foot. You might stay here. Or slow motion, step forward, vira 3. Soften your standing knee, all 5 toes flex down towards the earth. Good, the back leg is in the same line as the upper body, so if the back leg is down, lift the torso up higher, Ernie. Breathe. Take a nice inhale here. Slow motion, bend your standing knee, step way back, vira 1. 1 breath. Exhale, unwind, dog or vinyasa, maybe that 3-legged vinyasa. Just an option. Good. Let's take an inhale through your nose, please. And sigh it out. One more time, inhale through the nose. Good. Other side, stretch your left leg up and back, inhale. As if through plank knee to nose, exhale, step it all the way through, vira 1, come on up. Take your time. Anchor your feet. Take an inhale, stretch taller. As you exhale, bend your elbows. Option to interlace the other way, so the other pinky on top. Loop your shoulders up, back and onto your back. Take an inhale, lift your heart, look up. You might stay here. As you exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. Maybe the palms touch. Once again, feel free to unwind the arms or walk the hands a little more between the legs. Good. Keep tacking that left hip back. Curl your tailbone towards the earth. Maybe you bend your front knee deeper, bow in. One more breath. And then slowly unbind the arms. Inhale, rise up, vira 1. As you exhale, hinge forward, airplane arms, pause. Roll to the ball of your back foot, slow motion, shift the weight forward, vira 3. So maybe that back leg is down-er, upper body is up-er. Maybe your standing knee is softer. You can play with arm variations here as well. Beautiful. Don't let your eyebrows lead the pose. Good. Soften your standing knees, slow motion, step way back. Inhale, vira 1, 1 breath. Exhale, unwind, dog or vinyasa. So nice. Good. Soften your knees. Let's walk the hands towards the feet and the feet towards the hands. Meet you in the center of the mat. Take your first 2 fingers, peace fingers, around the mounds of the big toes, yogi toe lock. As you inhale, lengthen your spine, please. Exhale, fold. 5 breaths. Widening your elbows to the sides, shrugging your shoulder blades up and onto your back. Head and neck relaxing towards gravity. Maybe the knees are really bent here as an option. We've asked a lot of our upper body here, so I'm giving it a little respite. And then releasing one set of toes at a time, Padahastasana, slide your hands underneath your feet. Your hastas under your padas. So the toes come all the way to the creases of your wrists. Maybe the knees bend a lot. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, bow in. Shifting the weight a little bit forward towards your toes here. Maybe the head and neck relax more. Release one hand at a time. On an inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, hands find your hips. Bend your knees enough that your spine can lengthen. Broaden your collarbones. Inhale all the way up to stand. Good. Let's take a quarter turn towards the side wall. I'll stay here probably for now. If you like blocks for triangle pose, you might have blocks reachable. And we'll stretch the arms open, ankles underneath your wrists. Bring your hands to your hips. We'll start with the right leg, so deep within the hip socket, pivot your right toes straight forward. Back toes slightly forward, heel to arch alignment, setting up for warrior two. As you inhale, breathe your arms open. As you exhale, bend forward into your warrior two. Breathe, 3 breaths. Front knee right over the ankle. Wrap that right buttocks flesh under. Left thigh bone leaning back enough that the outer left foot roots. Inseam of that left foot lifts. Flip your front palm, please. Reach a little bit forward. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Slow motion, straighten your front knee. We'll call this reverse triangle because that's what it's called. Exhale, side angle pose. Forearm to your thigh, left arm alongside the ear. Good. We'll move back and forth, nice and slow. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Straighten that front knee, lean back. Exhale, side angle pose. Good. This time, inhale, reverse your warrior. Straighten your front knee, lean back. Stay here. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach forward, 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 right over your front thigh. Hand to the thigh, shin, blocker, floor. Left hand to the sky or to your hip. And breathe, 5 breaths. Good. Keep wrapping that right buttocks flesh under. Torso is right over that front thigh. Reach up more. But notice if you're lifting through the tops of the shoulders, sides of the neck. So keep the shoulder blades on the back, or the crown of the head longer. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, gaze down, soften your standing knee. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, please. Bring your hands to your hips, parallel your feet. You might heel toe your feet, one heel toe closer. Maybe the toes pivot in a little bit. Good. With your elbows tacking back, take an inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, bow forward, hands to the earth or blocks. As you inhale, lengthen your spine, inner thighs roll back, heart forward. And as you exhale, bow in. 5 breaths. Good. Walking your hands right under your shoulders. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Maybe your knees are bent. A long spine, inhale, rise. Exhale at the top. Stretch your arms out, widen your stance, ankles underneath your wrists. Might even keep the arms open this time, deep within the hip socket. Pivot your left toes towards the back wall and right toes slightly forward, heel to arch alignment. Take a nice inhale here. As you exhale, bend the front knee forward, warrior two. Good. I want to talk about the shoulders here. So what would it feel like to roll your palms open? Melt your shoulder blades on your back. Keep that and turn the palms down. Maybe bend the front knee a little deeper. Make sure your front foot is straight forward, front knee right over the ankle. It matters. Flip your front palm, please. Reach a little bit forward. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Straighten your front knee. And as you exhale, rebend front knee, side angle pose, right arm alongside the ear. Good. You can do that a few times. So inhale, reverse your warrior, slow-mo, straighten your front knee. As you exhale, side angle pose. That was such a big room. That was a good run. Inhale, reverse your warrior, straighten your front knee, stay here. Triangle pose. Exhale, reach forward, 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 right over your front thigh. Hand to your thigh, the shin to block the floor. Hand to your hip or the sky. 5 breaths. Good. Keep wrapping your left buttocks flush under. There you go. Maybe the corners of the neck lean back. Okay, draw your chin down ever so slightly. Just for fun, bend your top elbow, bring your hand behind your head. Lean your head back in your hand. But lengthen the base of the skull longer. The hairline longer. And then the ear back. Good. Needs some space there. Take a nice inhale when you're ready. Keep inhale long enough. Exhale, gaze down. Soften your standing knee. Inhale, rise all the way up. Very, very nice. Bring your hands to your hips. Parallel your feet. Maybe you pigeon toe your feet a little bit here. Tuck your elbows back, please. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, bow forward. All the way down you go. Inhale, lengthen your spine. This time as you exhale, fold, option to walk your fingertips back, palms down. So fingertips back towards the window wall here, just as an option. Might feel really yummy. Might. Breathe. And then very slowly begin to walk your hands right under your shoulders. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Nice long spine. Inhale, come all the way up. Very, very nice. Reach your arms open, either heel toe or hop your feet all the way together. Oh my goodness gracious. And let's come down to sit on our mat. Come down to sit either in a hero's pose or find your block and place your block lengthwise between your heels. If this bothers your knees, you might separate your knees a little bit or slide a blanket behind your knees here. Good. And if this bothers your knees even here, we'll take another seat. Totally fine. Sit up nice and tall. And then let's inhale, reach your arms up parallel. As you exhale, float your arms shoulders height, and like we did in that Vera 2, palms up. Melt your shoulder blades on your back, turn your palms forward, take an inhale, right arm on top, give yourself a hug, a really nice hug. Yeah, feel free to change your seat. You might even sit on a block if you're in Sukhasana. Good. You might stay here, you might relax your head and neck here. I want to give the option of coming into eagle arms. So maybe the backs of the hands find one another or the palms. Good. And you might play here. We might start with the elbows in line with your shoulders, head right over your heart. Forearms might move forward here. You're welcome to turn this into a sitting cat-cow. Simply rock the forearms gently from side to side. Good. Take one more inhale here. In slow motion, exhale, unthread the arms, reach them out, and lower them all the way down. Good. And go right to the other side. So inhale, breathe your arms up, please. As you exhale, lower your arms shoulders height, blades down. And turn your palms forward, take a nice inhale, left arm on top, give yourself a hug, a good hug. You worked so hard, you deserve it. You might stay here, the head and neck might relax, might feel yummy. Or if you'd like to come into your expression of eagle, stack your head right over your heart, either finding the backs of your hands or your palms, or hugging in on the elbows, hugging in on the forearms. Elbows in line with the shoulders. The forearms move forward. And as we breathe here, maybe a sitting cat-cow just as an option. Good. Let's take 2 more breaths wherever you are. One more nice inhale. As you exhale, unthread the arms, reach them out, and lower them all the way down. Very nice. Roll one shoulder nice and slow at a time. So I even read that thing that profound bow is exhausting. Circle in the opposite direction, nice and slow. I like to lead with the elbows here. We'll lift lift both shoulders up together. So inhale, both shoulders up, back and onto your back. Shift the hips to one side. You can move your block to the side of the mat. Reach your legs forward. Shake out your knees, please. I think we've done a good amount of core, but if you want a little more core, bend your knees. Scoot yourself forward. Make sure there's nothing behind you. Interlace your fingers, press your palms forward. You're welcome to meet us on your back as well. Take a nice inhale, sit tall. As you exhale, roll it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Halfway down, gaze towards your navel. All the way down you go. Take your time. And if it feels good, reach your palms back, stretch your legs forward, wiggle, yawn, shimmy, shake. Good. Unwinding your arms, I want to do one more thing here. So slowly bending your knees. And we'll cross that right knee over your left knee. I like to center my left foot. So cross your right knee right over your left knee, like Gomukhasana legs. Take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, navel towards your spine, hug your knees in. You might catch below your left knee here. If you prefer to come in to thread the eye of the needle, you're welcome to do that as well. This is different. Right. So you get a bit into IT band here, you're welcome. Option to flex your feet and slide your hands down towards your feet or ankles and draw the heels a little more towards your hips. If this feels too much, don't do that. Catch below the knee. Breathe. Nice long exhales. To slowly unwind, we'll inhale, open out to a happy baby pose. And then we'll cross that left knee over your right knee. Cross that left knee over your right knee. And catch the shin. Once again, you're welcome to thread the eye of the needle on the other side if that worked or felt better in your body today. Without overdoing, just an option to flex your feet and ankles and catch your feet and ankles and draw the feet a bit more towards your hips. If this bothers your knees, do less. Come out of the shape. One more breath. And then slowly we'll inhale, open to that happy baby. We'll stay here and breathe. You can catch the outer feet or the backs of your thighs. I want your sacrum yielding to gravity. You might rock a bit from side to side. You might even reach one leg out at a time if that feels good. You can reach both legs out if that feels good. So I invite you to stay playing with this action. If there's any final movement your body's craving, a final supine twist or windshield wipers might feel really yummy. But take your time as we make our way into Shavasana. No rush. If you have any leftover tension, tightness, anything at all, take a nice inhale, draw it up. And out the mouth, let it go. You might do that one more time. Allow the breath to begin to deepen. And keeping the eyes closed, slowly rock the head to the right for one full breath. And to the other side, one full breath. And back to center when you're ready. You might choose to stay resting or begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circling your wrists and your ankles. And stretch and yawn. Beginning to bend your knees, rolling to rest on a side of your choosing. Pressing yourself all the way up to a comfortable, tall seat. Hands at your heart. Calling back to mind your intention or dedication. And let's sing together the sound of Om one time. First a breath, take a nice inhale. And let it go. Inhale. Bowing your thinking mind to your heart, honoring that light within, allowing that light to shine brightly for you and everyone you choose to surround yourself with today and the rest of your week. Lifting your chin, and together we say, Namaste.